समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Verse 22, chapter 11. We do start from here. रुद्रादित्या वसवो ये च साध्या विश्वेश्विनो मरुतश्चोष्मपाश्च गन्धर्वयक्षासुरसिद्ध्यसङ्घा वीक्षन्ते त्वं विस्मिताश्चैव सर्वे. The Rudras, Adityas, Vasus, Sadhyas, Vishwadevas, the two Ashwins, Maruts, Ushmapas, and hosts of Gandharvas, Yaksha, Asur, and Siddhas, they are all looking at you, all quite astonished. Now, see, all these are celestial divinities, and the thing is that these are part of the vocabulary, familiar vocabulary of Arjun, because Arjun was a Vedic student. All princes were taught in the Vedic tradition. So Arjun was familiar with all these. So Krishna is taking their names. See how many. The Rudras, huh? He is saying Rudra. अच्छा रुद्र कितने हैं? 11 Rudras. Okay. Now please first understand this. Rudra are destructive powers. The destructive powers of the Lord are called Rudra. Even when Shankarji takes the destructive form, he is called Rudra. कहते हैं ना उन्होंने रुद्र रूप धारण करा. जब आप कोई गुस्सा होता है तो लोग कहते हैं ना कि उन्होंने रुद्र रूप धारण कर लिया. So Rudra is destructive power, and there are 11 different kinds of powers listed. Okay, Aditya. Aditya is the sun, everybody knows. Now Adityas are 12 different kinds. Now also see, please notice that when our ancient Vedas say Adityas are 12, Adityas are not 12. The stages of the sun vis-a-vis the earth are 12 different months of the year. 12 different months of the year, the sun's position vis-a-vis the earth is different, isn't it? So it is not that the sun moves, we all know that the earth moves, but the position and distance of the sun and the moon becomes different, you know. So the rising of the sun, the setting of the sun, the direction of the sun, it all changes every time. So there are 12 different Adityas. Vasus. Vasus are seasons. Okay, so Vasus are 8 different. 8 different. फिर आते हैं, if you take the mid seasons, the 4 seasons, होते ही है ना, 4 तो मालूम है सबको, and then the mid season between every season when it changes, that is called, so they become 8. Now Sadhya क्या है? You see, Sadhya are Siddha people, जो सिद्ध होते हैं, सिद्धियां जिनको होती हैं. Now विश्वे विश्वदेवास, हाँ, साध्या विश्वे विश्वदेवास, विश्व के जो देवताएं हैं, the potential givers of the world, they. Ashvino, the 2 Ashwins, this is plural, so Ashwins are 2. ठीक है ना, 2 अश्विनी माने जाते हैं. These are the 2 stars, the morning star and the evening star. अच्छा, Marutas, हाँ, Maruta क्या है? Marutas are classified as 7 groups. Carefully, huh? Marut is wind, Hava, and it is classified as 7 groups of 7 each, 7 different kinds each. Look at the classification that these people have done. Has anybody classified wind and air like this? Even today they have not. They only know cyclone, west wind, east wind, hmm? or a storm, or a polluted air, or a fresh air aajkal to, hai na? Now, so then look at this classification. Seven, it, winds are divided into seven groups of seven different kinds each. So seven sevens are 49. ठीक है, 49 different kinds of breeze or air. हनुमान चालीसा में आता है ना, नहीं उसमें रामचरितमानस में, चले मरुत 49। जब हनुमान जी की पूंछ में आग लगाई थी ना उन लोगों ने, तो कहते हैं ना कि बाय द ग्रेस ऑफ द विंड लॉर्ड चले मरुत 49, that means all the 49 kinds of wind started blowing, and the fire was spread from house to house, building to building in Lanka. तो ये 49, जस्ट इमेजिन, इट्स नॉट 50 के राउंड फिगर कर दो जी, नो नो, इट इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट दे हैव क्लासिफाइड. अच्छा अच्छा, एंड देन उष्मपा. उष्मपा Ushmapa is actually, if you translate it literally, it is the heat drinkers. Heat drinkers. अब सोचो, हाँ, who can drink heat? Ushmapas are ancestors, पितृ पक्ष के जो होते हैं, पितृस, जिनकी वर्शिप करते हैं हिंदुइज्म. Hinduism worships even their dead forefathers, because whatever you are today, they have contributed to your prosperity. They have contributed to where you are sitting today. They have contributed to all your wealth today in some form or the other. They have also contributed to your physical makeup. So you rever them and you worship them. Now, why are they called heat drinkers? Heat drinkers, they are called because they ऐसा believe करते हैं कि whatever you offer to the pitras, they partake of it so long as it is hot. Carefully, huh? That is why they are called heat drinkers. Now, so long as they are hot, तो hot का क्या है? They take the subtle part of the food, not the gross part, because they are themselves in subtle bodies. Now, what is the subtle part? Subtle part is aroma. जब खाना गर्म होता है तो उसमें से खुशबू आती है ना, ठंडे खाने में से तो नहीं आती, isn't it? Cold food does not have that kind of fragrance that rises with the steam of hot food. So through the steam, they partake of, what do they partake? The subtle part, one is aroma. अब आप कहेंगे aroma में क्या nutrition होता है? Yeah, listen. Even they take nutrition from aroma. Have you heard of steam therapy today? Have you heard of steam therapy? Okay. Now, what are the herbs they put in steam when you have a sore throat or something? आप लेते हैं कि नहीं वो ढक के भाप लेते हैं कि नहीं? That is steam therapy. And what do you put in it? Tulsi, huh? Adrak. Okay. Some people put something. कोई Vicks डालता है, कोई Carvol capsule डालता है, कोई कुछ डालता है. And then you inhale it. Right? You inhale the steam, so you are taking that medicine in a subtle form, or you are taking it gross. You are not eating all those things, no. So steam becomes a subtle cure that reaches you inside. ठीक है ना? So here when they take hot, so they take the aroma and the nutrition like a medicine for the subtle bodies of your ancestors. That is why they are called heat drinkers, Ushmapa. ठीक है? Okay, now then after Ushmapa comes Gandharva, Yaksha, Asura, Siddha Sangha. ये पूरा एक word Sanskrit has to be broken up. So there are 2, 3, 4 in this. See, Gandharva. Now Gandharvas are celestial musicians. See, Gandharvas mein all artists come into this category of Gandharva. They, if you notice, artists have very rare and subtle kind of skills which everybody else doesn't have. An artist or a painter, when he visualizes a painting, or a sculptor, when he visualizes a statue, uh, his vision, everybody else doesn't have that vision. I just see a rock and I say, iska kya karega wo? When he starts chiseling, he has already seen the murti in that rock. He has seen the statue in that rock, which he is going to carve out. ठीक है ना? So he is carving that out, so that अच्छा, Gandharvas, musicians, when they are composing, have you seen them? So what he can compose, you cannot, you and I cannot compose. So Gandharvas are celestial musicians, and in the Vedas and all, in our ancient scriptures, they even have names which are onomatopic sounds. Like ha ha, who, he, उस तरह के भी नाम है इनके गंधर्वों के, because they deal with sound, they deal with the minuteness of sound. Okay. Yaksha, yakshas are there, they work under Kuber. Kuber is the hoarder of wealth of the devatas. So yakshas are the rich people. Asura, all of you know. सुर का ऑपोजिट, हाँ, देवता का ऑपोजिट राक्षस, सुर का ऑपोजिट असुर. Asur means those who have undivine qualities, who have rakshasi prakriti. Okay, those who are evil doers, they are called asura. अच्छा, सिद्ध, सिद्ध सिद्ध सब लोग जानते हैं. Those who have siddhis, who have supernatural powers through their tapasya, they have developed supernatural powers, they are called siddhis. They are all looking at you, all quite astonished. So Arjun is saying all these people are looking at you and they are so astonished. Now just tell me, where were all these people when Krishna was showing the Virat Swarup? ये तो वहां थे नहीं. So how is Arjun saying that anybody will question this? That how come, from where did they come and where are they in the Mahabharata? तो कहीं पे mention है नहीं कि ये लोग वहां खड़े होके देख रहे थे. So how is Arjun saying that they are all watching, looking at you, all quite astonished? These people are there in Arjun's own mind. Carefully. When you are dreaming, when you are dreaming, and you feel that me, my sister, my brother, all attended the wedding and we were intermingling with guests. While you are dreaming and sleeping, are all those guests there for the wedding? No. Is the wedding there? No. Are you, your brother, your sister there? No. So, where are all these people? They are in your mind and you are witnessing them witnessing the wedding, right? Similarly, Arjun was given the Divya Chakshu, and these people exist in Arjun's mind. He means to say that if those people were all there, they would be shocked looking at a form like you, like yours. Okay? Okay. Now, okay. So, this we have done. So these people are not there in reality. They are. This is Arjun's own Vision. Gurudev has also written that it is Arjun's vision of the entire universe. Huh? So then, come to the next one. Rupam mahatte bahuvatra netram mahabaho bahubahu rupadam bahudaram bahudanshrakaralam दृष्ट्वा लोका pravyathitastathaham. Next verse also. Nabhasprusham deeptamanekavarnam vyatananam deeptavishalanetram drishtva hi tvam pratyathitantaratma dhritim na vindami shamam cha Vishnu. These two verses are done together. Now, look at this. Rupam mahatya. That means your roop. Roop means form. I'll read the interpretation first. Having seen your immeasurable form with many mouths and eyes, O mighty armed, with many arms, thighs, and feet, with many stomachs, and fearful, with many tusks, the worlds are terrified, and so too am I. This is one. Next one is on seeing you, your form touching the sky, flaming in many colors with mouths wide open, with large fiery eyes, I am terrified at heart and find neither courage nor peace, O Vishnu. Okay. Now, see, this is a picture of Arjun quite terrified at the form. The description of the form, Rupam Mahat. Rupam Mahat means of immeasurable. Mahat means immeasurable, from end to end, which neither has beginning nor end. Bahuvaktra Netram. Huh? Bahuvaktra Netram over here, dekho, is translated into many mouths and many eyes. Then he calls him Mahabahu. I have already explained many many arms and hands, है ना, ये वही चीज है. Same thing. Understand? Many eyes and many mouths mean the entire eyes of all the creatures in the world, the entire mouths of all the creatures in the world. So the seeing power and the devouring power of all are in him alone. And he calls him Mahabaho. Now, till now, Krishna has always called Arjun Mahabahu, isn't it? Because Arjun was a great warrior, and Mahabahu means the long armed, powerful armed person. Here, Arjun is returning the compliment to Krishna by calling him Mahabahu. That means, oh Krishna, you are all powerful. From these pictures that he is seeing, he says, oh Krishna, you are Mahabahu. Bahu Bahu Rupadam. That means there are many arms and there are many stomachs and there are many feet. Pad. Pad is feet, Uru is stomach. Many, many. Our next line dekho. Bahu Daram Bahu Danshtra Karalam. This is dekho Bahu Udar. Udar is stomach. ठीक है ना? Bahu Udar means many, many stomachs. And Bahu Udar and और पहले ही कह चुके हैं कि बहु दंष्ट्रा करालम. Danstra is teeth. So fierce. Karal means fierce looking, terrible looking teeth. Doesn't that remind you of a shark? Bahu Udar and Bahu Danstra Karalam. A monster like shark, which has half the shark's body is only teeth. बहुत उसकी जो बॉडी होती है पीछे से छोटी होती है, आगे से द एंटायर माउथ इज ऑल टीथ, ऊपर नीचे आगे पीछे. Shark has many many teeth. So Bahudhanshtra Karalam, and half the shark's body is stomach and half the shark's body is teeth. So look at this, how fearful the Lord's picture must be. So many it is not that. This is a subtle way of saying that all the teeth in the world of any animal, any fish, any creature, human beings, it is all him. He devours everything. That is all. He digests everything. That is all. So, Drishtva Loka Pravyathitas Hastam. He says that, and he says that, O mighty armed with many arms, thighs, feet, many stomachs, fearful with many tusks. Drishta is a teeth kalo, tusks kalo. The worlds are terrified, and so am I. Now, Arjun was feeling a little embarrassed and ashamed to say कि मुझे डर लग रहा. Now, the commander in chief of the army, okay, and also such a brave warrior, for him to say that I'm petrified, I'm terrified is a shameful thing. So what? So he made this background कि सब देख के डर रहे हैं, पूरी दुनिया आपको देख के डर रही है. So even I am feeling terrified. I am very terrified. Huh? And here he says also, see, supposing you see a creature from another planet. Huh? There have been films made on it and all you've seen. So supposing you see a creature which you have never seen before, what will be your response? You will be terrified. No? And that creature may be harmless, but you don't know. So the unknown is always very, very frightening. And here, like Arjun has never seen this kind of a creature. So he says that the whole world is terrified to see it, and so am I, because of the potential threat that such a creature can give. He can have so much of power over you, and Arjun is terrified only of that. Now, this second verse, देखो नभस प्रशम दीप्त मनेक varnam, bright, radiant, and of various hues and colors. How many colors are there in the world? Can anybody count? Nobody can count. This is his creation. His creation. So all these colors are produced by whom? By him alone, by that divinity alone are all these colors. So deeptam aneka varnam. Varn is color. और फॉर्म ले लीजिए, कलर ले लीजिए. So many forms and so many colors are all yours. And nabhasprasham, that means I do not see the end. It is immeasurable, it is endless. I cannot see the end of it. So then he says, vyat ananam. Acha, vyatananam means one that swallows all. Anan is mouth or face. So Vyatananam means he that swallows all. What can you tell me one thing that swallows all? Kal. This is a picture of time. Time is picturized as, symbolized as, with a wide open mouth, consuming everything. There is nothing which is not subject to time. Everything in time gets destroyed. Even the strongest of buildings, right? Even the most powerful human beings, even the richest, the most powerful, the most capable, whatever most aap laga lo, they all go into the mouth of time and are devoured, destroyed, and nothing is left of them. So he is saying Vyaptananam Deepta Vishala Netram. Your eyes are large and they are the biggest symbols of light. Vishala Netram. Drishtva Hitvam Pratyathitantaratma. So he says that I am terrified at heart. आपको देख के मेरी आत्मा थर्रा रही है. You know, I am trembling with fright. Having looked at you, I am trembling with fright at your totality. And he says, Dhritim na vindami shamam na Vishnu. Dhritim na vindami. Dhritam na vindami means I have lost sense of direction. Now, just see, tell me, supposing you see something, visualize something which has got no beginning, no end, no nothing. It's all over. How will you know the direction? In such a situation, can you know the direction? Direction आप किसी point से लेते हैं. That the sun rises in the east. So if you are facing the east, then to the left is my north, to the right hand is my south, and behind me is the west, isn't it? So you have taken direction from the point of the rising sun. When there is no point anywhere, it is all over. So how can you know any direction? There can be no direction. ठीक है ना? So here he says, Dhritim na vindami. I have lost direction. Gurudev used to say in his own words कि मैं तो चक्कर खा गया हूँ. That Arjun is saying कि, he used to speak very sweetly in Hindi. That was not his mother tongue, so he used to speak it in a different way. He says कि मेरा दिमाग चक्कर खा गया. मैं तो चक्कर खा गया हूँ, मुझे पता ही नहीं कहाँ क्या है. अच्छा, so he says विंदामि शमम च विष्णु. अच्छा, ये विंदामि शमम च विष्णु. He says over here that I do not find any peace. ये जो शमम है ना, शमम, शर्मा, the surname Sharma means one who has inner peace. Most of the Sharmas don't have any inner peace today. But the word Sharma, ये जो Brahmin surname है, it means one who has peace, one who has found inner peace. So he says, I have neither got peace nor courage in my heart. I am terrified. Arjun is saying that. And then the last word is important over here. He says, Vindame Shamamcha Vishnu. He calls him Vishnu. देखिए, the etymological meaning of Vishnu, if you go to the root of Vishnu in the Vedic scriptures, it means one who has long strides. One who has long strides. Now, with a stride only you can measure the earth, है ना? 1 कदम, 4 कदम, 10 कदम की पृथ्वी आप नापते हैं अपने पैरों से. Now some people have very small strides. A child will have small strides. A grown-up person will have slightly bigger strides. But Vishnu has strides that covers everything. The sky, the earth, the underground, whatever you can see. The planets, the sun, the moon, the whatever. The universe. So when he calls him Vishnu, he is accepting that he is basically infinite. He is basically all encompassing. He is basically all embracing. He is accepting that by the term Vishnu. This is very important. Na? This is not a insignificant term. Yeah, it's not just कि वो decoration के लिए उनको विष्णु कह रहा है. No, he has understood that this little Krishna who is sitting in front of me, who is my charioteer, is Vishnu. Because now he has seen the actual form of Krishna. Then he has seen the Vishal root, Virat roop of Krishna. So that is why he is saying that you are not just this Krishna who is in this form, like a cowherd boy, I used to think. You are Vishnu himself. So all creation is Ishvara. Now, if you do not see, you cannot see Ishvara because your perceptions are limited. All your sense organs have limited perception, and therefore you can only see a 6 feet tall Krishna who is driving your chariot. But Arjun has come to see the vastness, the immense vastness of the Virat Roop. And he has dropped his ego and understood how insignificant a person he is. Arjun has understood that what do I think of myself? I think of myself as a big prince, a great warrior, and what am I in comparison to this Virat Roop? So his ego is completely gone. He is terrified. He understands what a small little speck of microcosmic dust he is in front of this Virat Roop. He is nobody. He is nothing. Totally insignificant. In time and space, totally insignificant. Right? So this is the effect that this Virat Swarup has on Arjuna, and he understands that even for abstract qualities like this, Virat Roop is abstract for Arjuna. He cannot, there's no form. But all these forms that he lists are forms that could be worshipped. So you have to have a form which you can worship even for abstract things. Dekho, to give you an example, freedom. Freedom. So what is the emblem of freedom? Statue of Liberty, which the French people gifted to the Americans. है ना? Now that is what? A symbol of freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom of buying property, freedom of an individual, all kinds of freedoms. तो वो अच्छा देखिए ये इसमें सब में flag is what? Flag is a form, isn't it? All Indians respect the tricolor because it represents their vast country. So when you are saluting the flag, you are saluting the whole nation, including the people of that nation. Flag represents the culture, your family, all people, all communities, and the entire land of Mother India. And therefore, the flag, ठीक है ना? अच्छा, cross. I am just giving you example after example to make you understand. When you bow to the cross, what is the cross? The cross is only wood, but you are bowing to it. Granth Sahib, you are putting it on your head. It is just a book, it is paper, but you put it on your head. ठीक है ना? So ये Arjun is trying to say, he is now getting very terrified. He is trying to say that I can't see this form. I am so troubled. I have lost my peace. I have lost my sense of direction. He is hinting to Krishna, please come back to your original form, which I know as Krishna. I don't want to see this form because that is form I can deal with, that is form I can communicate with, that is the form I can worship, isn't it? And so this is what Arjun is trying to say by all these, that it is a well defined form, there is a substantiality to it, there is a grossness to it, there is a tangibility to it, that form, and therefore he can please come back to that form. He has almost said it, huh? Okay, we have done this. Then, okay, now come to the next verse. द्रंष्टा करालानि च ते मुखानि दृष्ट्वैव काला अनल अनलसन्निभानि दिशो न जाने न लभे च शर्म प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास. Jagannivasa. Jagannivasa is the Lord. This whole universe is the abode of the Lord. Prasida Devesha. Devon ke Ishwar. Devesh is Devtaon ke Ishwar. That means the Lord of Lords. I bow to you. Please be pleased with me and bless me. Because Arjun is petrified. When you are very, very terrified, the only recourse is one, and that is prayer to the Lord. पता है ना, जब आप मुसीबत में होते हो तो क्या करते हैं? The only recourse you have is to the Lord. Pray to the Lord, bow to the Lord. Hey Bhagwan, please help, isn't it? Because you always appeal to a superpower. Now here, see, iska translation is, having seen your mouths fearful with tusks blazing like pralaya fires, I know not the four quarters, nor do I find peace. O gracious, O Lord of the Devas, O home of the universe. Abode of the universe is the Lord. Now यहाँ पे ये देखो, he वो सेम चीज कह रहा है जो पिछले उसमें कही. He says that I can neither find peace, ना मुझे दिशाओं का पता है, ना मुझे शांति मिल रही है. And he says, having seen your mouth, this is a continuation of the last verse, that having seen your mouths fearful with tusks blazing like pralay fires. Acha, pralay fire. What is pralay? Pralay fire is the death fires. Kal. What is that one thing which destroys everything or consumes everything? Fire. फायर में आप कुछ भी डालें, इट गेट्स डिस्ट्रॉयड. हाँ, देखिए अनल का जो संस्कृत मीनिंग होता है, दैट इज दैट विच नेवर हैज इनफ. अनल, दैट विच नेवर हैज इनफ. दैट मीन्स आप जितना आग में डालेंगे वो और मांगती है, इजंट इट? वो और जलती है और मांगती है, और दो और दो और दो, नहीं तो मैं बुझ जाऊंगी, है ना? So if you want to keep a fire alive, you have to constantly feed it, right? So he says that your mouth is like pralay kal, it is like the fire, वो यहाँ कह रहे हैं ना, blazing fire. दंष्ट्रा करालम चते मुखानी दृष्टेव काला अनल सन्निभानी. That he says कि blazing fire of प्रलय काल ऐसा आपका माउथ है, दिशो न जाने वही ना, that you know he doesn't know south, east, north, west, the same thing is repeating, that I do not know, I am totally confused, I don't know where I am and I don't know where I can go from here, and I have no peace. And he says, Na labhe cha sharma, I have no peace. So prasidha devesha jagan nivasa. So he says, O Lord of Lords, please be pleased with me and please bless me. This prayer is the only resort I have. I have no way to console myself. Please, please, please have mercy on me. And I have given up all my vanities. I have given up all my ego. I have dropped all my hollow pride. Please, please bless me. So this is the picture of time. Gurudev writes that it is a leveler of everything and of course consumer of all forms. So this is what Arjun's prayer is, and we do verse 26 next time. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.